What's up, guys? The Torino is back. Winter is over. Ready to get back out for some testing tunes. We didn't do anything to it over the winter other than replace the twisted 31 spline with a fresh 31 spline unit. We swapped out the Calvert 9010 front shocks for some double adjustables from Viking to match the rear, so we can try to control the front end a little bit. Last year's personal best, we ended up with an 1158 at 117 with a 15960, and I think the 8th mile was like a 736. So the goal is just to try to make this car as efficient as I can with the stock short block 302, get my driving better, and just see how quick we can get it to go. We know there's more in the 60, and there's plenty more in the driver, so that's the goal. Real quick update on the combo before we get to the runs. It's a stock short block 302 out of an Explorer, stock roller lifters, FTI custom cam from Ed. It's a little over 600 lift, 220s, 230s on the duration. Trick flow 190 11Rs with the 56cc chamber, just the street port, not the comp port, no titanium valves or lifters, keepers or anything. Victor Jr. that is cleaned up a little bit. Holley 650. 1.5" headers to a Harm aluminum X pipe and Harm mufflers, aluminum flywheel. It does have a Steph's pan on it. G-Force T5 aluminum drive shaft, 9" with 430s and a locker. We run 26x10 Mickey stiff walls on the back. With me and the seats in it, it weighs 3270, ready to go. All right, first pass of the year. You can hear I was trying to come off the clutch a little slower. I don't want to spend the season bogging again, but we kicked the season off with an 1161 at 117 with a 163 60 foot. The DA was negative 290. Two-step was at 6200 and we're shifting at 65. And tire pressures, all the usual stuff, and where we're starting with our shocks this year. On the second pass, we turned the two-step up a little bit, 6400, still shifting at 65, left everything else the same. We raced our buddy Nicholas in his Gen 2 S550 Coyote with an E85 tune, 6R80 on a tire, and we put down our personal best. 60 foot was still lacking. The whole front half is just not there, but we went 1154 with 118, so the mile per hour was pretty good. Pass number 3, this one kind of hurt. The DA was getting up 640. Everything else was the same, two-step, shift light, and we missed 4th. We did take out the seats, the back seat and the passenger seat, just trying to see that 11.4. And this one kind of hurt because it was our better 60 foot of the day, and we had a really good 330. But missing 4th, we ended up 1167 or 115. And if you compare the 330 numbers to the 1154 run, we had 700ths just at the 330. And if we had got fourth, we probably would have dipped into the 11.4. Fourth pass, we move the two-step up to 6,500, leave everything else the same. 164, so we're really not seeing any improvement, and you know, the bog is just killing us today, and I got to practice really coming off the clutch a little slower. But 1157, that 118 mile per hour is pretty awesome. Pass number 5, we moved the tire pressure up a little bit, but we missed fourth again. These are the first 2 missed shifts since I went to hydraulics, so we made about 20 passes without missing a gear. But it is what it is. 60 foot really had no improvement. 1173 at 116. So pass number 6, we put 2 clicks in the rebound in the front to try to slow it down. Everything else pretty much the same. DA's staying the same, and you can still see it bogged and picked the front tires up, and it went 167 to the 60. So I'm not going to get anywhere with that. Pass number 7, turned the 2-step up, 6,700. Left everything else the same, and I noticed I short shifted third pretty bad. But the 60 foot still didn't really get where we needed to be. I'd really like to see that low 1.5s eventually, because I think at 118 the car should be in the 1130s. But 1165 at 117 on that one. Pass number 8, this one kind of surprised me. 2-step was still at 6,700, just like the last one. And I must have came off the clutch really hard because it bogged hard and it hiked a big wheelie and threw me all off. I missed second and just basically clutched it. But 165 with the bog.
At 117. And what that is,
pass number 9, last one of the day. I didn't want to end the day with a missed gear, so DA was the same pretty much all day. Turned the two-step down to 6,400. Left everything else about the same. And we ended up with a 165/60 with a 169 and 117. All right, so our first test tune of the year, overall, I can't complain. We did get a personal best ET and mile per hour. We didn't get a personal best in the front half of the track though. So I'm not gonna spend the year bogging again. I'm over that. So this has a 20 thousandths shim in the clutch for these runs. We take it out, we put a 50 thousandths in, and we head out to Lebanon Valley to test that. So that'll be the next video. And if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Hopefully you like the Torino content. Hopefully we're gonna make videos all summer. We're registered for 6 Summer this year, so we're gonna be doing that. It's May now, so it's the first week in June. We'll be out in the Midwest doing that, me and my son. So hopefully we'll be posting some cool videos from that. All right, later guys.